everybody, welcome back to my channel, Kicks with Fresh. Now if you're new here, I go by K Fresh, and on today's video, I'm going to be bringing you another episode of The Fresh Opinion. Now if this is your first time on my channel, to give you a little bit of context, The Fresh Opinion is just an opportunity for me to talk about some of the upcoming releases in the sneaker world and talk about whether or not I need them in my collection or if I should leave them. Now, granted, sometimes if I say I need a shoe, doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to cop, or maybe I take an L and I'm not willing to pay the resale. So that's just something that we should all definitely keep in mind in this series. So before we get into the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more fresh opinions, as well as unboxing, reviews, and clothing hauls. Also, make sure to hit that like button. And lastly, make sure to comment below. I'm always willing to engage with my viewers and subscribers, so definitely if you have an opinion, regardless if it's the same opinion as mine, I definitely want to make sure that we, have some sort of engagement. Now on today's episode of The Fresh Opinion, we're going to talk about the Yeezy 350 V2 linen colorway. Now this colorway does drop on April the 18th at a price point of $200, which has been very consistent with a lot of the 350 V2s that we've seen both this year as well as last year. Now looking at this shoe, this definitely is a different colorway than a lot of the different colorways that have dropped in the year of 2020 as well as the year of 2019. I was starting to see a lot on my Instagram, which is also Kicks with Fresh, so make sure to check me out there if you haven't already. But essentially, what I've been seeing in the sneaker community is that they are just plain tired of getting variations of the same colorway or color scheme that Yeezy has been dropping these past couple of months. That includes our browns, our whites, and kind of just the grays and everything in between. And so really looking at this colorway, it is definitely something that is different, and we're going to break down some of the things that I like about it, I dislike about it, and then we'll close the video with an overall need or leave. Some of the things that I really like about this new colorway is the fact that it has been changed up. Definitely this shoe is strikingly different than the other two shoes that I already have from the Yeezy brand. And so to me, this is something where it did excite me because Yeezy did switch it up a little bit and they gave us that spring summer looking shoe that I think a lot of us are waiting to see from the brand. Like I said before, a lot of the other shoes have been more of that gray colorway, a lot of light whites where you almost can't even tell the difference of these different shoes. And then obviously with the cinders looking similar to the triple blacks and things of that nature, a lot of people were just quite plain sick and tired of the Yeezy 350 V2. The other thing that I really like about this shoe is the fact that it does incorporate those new color schemes. I'm not sure if this is a blue or if this is a gray or a bluish gray. Comment below. I looked at like the Sneaker News and other places, and they really weren't entirely too sure of what that actual colorway is. We know that a lot of times Yeezy does only put on the box cinder, 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 so you don't really get a lot of different colorway examples and titles. And so that was one thing that I was confused about, but essentially whether it's bluish or grayish, whatever, it also has that soft pink and that kind of soft linen / yellowy colorway. And then that gum bottom, it's not the typical gum bottom that we always see on the bottom of the Yeezys, but it is a nice soft pink kind of rose color. And I really like that about the shoe, and I think that it's something that definitely can be rocked in the spring, even in the summer with some light wash blue denim jeans, a white shirt with something on it, something cute, something fun, whether it's a jean jacket, jean on jean, things of that nature, white tee, if those are still in, I don't know. But essentially, I just felt like I could do a lot with this shoe in terms of, dressing it down for a hot summer day, ripped shorts, cargo pants, whatever your style is, I think you can do a lot with this shoe. Now, also from reading a lot of the early looks and reviews of this shoe, it is seeming like that this may be an Asia exclusive drop. That is something that I kind of dislike about Yeezy and what they've been doing lately. This whole idea of like having a exclusive that is only specific to one country. Just drop more shoes and drop them worldwide. Why do we have to have something where the tail light came out and it was not even available in the US? That was one of the most sought after shoes in the pack. And so I really dislike the fact that this could possibly be an Asia exclusive, because I do think that it's something that a lot of people will want to get their hands on. And if Yeezy is continuing this marketing model of, let's make sure that Yeezys, especially the 350s, are a shoe that everybody wants or everybody can get and everybody is wearing, why limit it to specific countries? The other thing that I wouldn't say that I disliked about the shoe, but it's something for me to think about as I continue to collect and expand on my shoe collection. Because this is a lighter Yeezy, we know for a fact that with a lot of the lighter colorways as well as that prime knit material, they are harder to keep clean. I've seen a lot of people with the lighter colored shoes, and honestly, I haven't even worn my zebras nothing but maybe 1 or 2 times, just for the simple fact that I don't want the bottom to get really nasty. And yes, I do have products like the Goat Shoe Cleaning Kit as well as Crep, the wipes and things like that. It is just literally after you take the shoes off, you have to clean them or else they are going to get very, very nasty. And I think that that is one thing that is something for me to think about as I continue to think whether or not this is something that you all should add to your collection or I should add to my collection. It to me does not scream an everyday shoe, especially not in the winter time. Like, just given the colorway, it's not something that I would wear in the winter time. But that is another thing about the shoe that you have to think about. And so just thinking when you are trying to either expand your Yeezy collection or if this is the first shoe that you're going for in the Yeezy brand, especially when it comes to 350s, please make sure to think about how often you're going to take the time out to actually clean your shoes. So now that we have seen some details of this shoe, you've heard my opinion, some of the things that I like and I dislike, and things that I'm just considering as I decide whether or not this is something that I need to add to my collection or not. There are some things that really come into my mind when I think about, do we need these shoes or do we just leave them on the Adidas supply app? One thing that I thought about is because this shoe is vastly different than anything that we've ever seen, especially for me of only having these two, zebras as well as cinders in my collection, this is something that could diversify my collection. And I definitely want to think about that as I continue to add shoes to my collection. Do I want a whole bunch of brown Yeezys where I really can't tell the difference and I'm not really wearing them because it doesn't give me that contrast? No. And then also another thing that I thought about is if you are still thinking about that perfect colorway to start your Yeezy 350 collection, this could also be a safe way for you to do that. Again, I don't think that it's a shoe that is very hard to manage. You can throw it on with a ripped denim jeans, a denim jean jacket for the spring and summer, and some sort of white shirt or graphic shirt underneath it, and there you go. You don't really need to do a lot. I don't think that you have to go into all these different stores and find the perfect outfit. I do feel like this is something where you can look into your closet and find what works for this shoe. So with that being said, I do think this is something that we need to consider picking up from the Yeezy brand. So I'm going to go ahead and say this is a need. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to either pick up the shoe or I'm going to actually get the shoe if I go for it. What this means is if this shoe was something that was in my collection or I would consider it to be in my collection, I do think this would be worth my money just in terms of the other 350s that I have. Also, there is another shoe that is supposed to be dropping on April the 18th, which is the Jordan 6 DMP or Defining Moment Packs. I do plan to go after that shoe, and so I'm not certain that I'm going to spend $400 on 2 shoes. So that is basically my fresh opinion. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment below if this is something that you are considering purchasing next Saturday, April the 18th. Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any more fresh opinions. But as always, until next time, peace.